Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Jennifer Ben Brahim. Coming up.
Listen to the music. Just feel your body dancing and dance with me. If you want to dance the Roomba, just stand up and sing with
Who am I? This is a big question that Franco-Togolese musician Lorde is asking herself on her second album. Adjoko is a voyage between memory, identity and authenticity and blends pop, jazz and African rhythms. And Lorde joins me in the studio to tell us more. Laura, hello and welcome to France 24.
Thank you. Hello.
We're excited to talk about this beautiful record. Now, this is your second album. Can you just start by telling us, what does Adjoko mean?
Adjoko is my name, my African name. So I used it because I want to show my roots. I want to show where I come from. And I mean, Togo is a small country, and I'm happy to present it to the world. So to me, Adjoko is my identity. Yeah.
And does it mean anything specifically in Togolese, Adjoko?
No, okay. There's not really a meaning, but in my place in Togo, in the south of Togo, we use the name to show the place we have in the brotherhood. Like,
okay, yeah.
I'm the younger one. I'm the younger sister, and my sister has a name, and it's always the same. So if anybody asks me in the country, what's your name? He knows exactly where I come from.
Okay, so sort of an identity piece.
Yeah.
Now, your name is Lorde, and it's kind of an ode to a very special person, someone called Mary Prince. Can you tell us about this person?
Yeah, she's a slave. She was in the Bermuda, and I was asking myself, what's the link between her and me, because we have the same name, and my family comes from the west coast of Africa, and a lot of boats came, and I was asking myself what the story of Mary Prince and my family, because in my village, in my dad's village, we are really close to the house of slavery house, where they used to keep slaves. So this is a kind of homage I do to Mary Prince, because she had a very hard story, and I don't know how she had the strength to talk about her story and write a book about her life. So to me, this is the way I should. Yeah, to me, it's important to talk about slavery, because we don't talk about it enough in France.
Yeah. And it's a very interesting story, and I urge everyone to go look up Mary Prince. Now, speaking of, slave history, your record was produced between France, Togo and Ouidah in Benin, which has, of course, a very strong history, a dark history. And I believe that this album for you was a voyage of sorts, really a way for you to reconnect with your African roots. Can you tell us about this journey you went on?
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, the first album was easier. The process was easier, but this one was like, I came to Ouidah to see how the story was, and this is very strong feeling. I had so many emotions, because you feel it in the everywhere, and it wasn't easy to see that I'm linked with this hard story, and I get so many answers there about the real story about slavery. So I mean, I made a lot of different positions in Togo and Benin. I went to different places, and I saw that we are all linked with an old story, more old.
We can definitely hear these roots throughout this album.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick look at one of the singles from the album. This is I Want to Go. Take a look.
Alone in the dark, when memories coming in my mind, when love invades my heart. think of you, my dark pillow beyond the river. I see Adjoko mountains and I cry.
So that was a beautiful video for I Want to Go. Now, Laura, tell us about this video, the inspiration behind it. A bit later on in the video, you see it filmed in what I imagine is an African town. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this is my town. This is my city. Agbodrafo is my village. And I was talking about, the fact that we are just near the sea. And at the end of this movie, you can see that I made a procession, like a religious procession, like around voodoo. We say voodoo because it's voodoo, but it's not the wrong part or the part that everybody says, you have
like in films, the kind of Disney version of
exactly
voodoo.
like Hollywood
Yeah.
show it. And it's a procession that where we make an offender to the sea because we say that there's a divinity whose name is Yemanja, and even in Brazil, even in Cuba, they use this name of this divinity.
Oh, okay, a diasporic link between these countries.
Of course. So I asked priest and priestess to show this, and we made it for real. It's a real offender. This is not only for the movie. So to me, this is
It's a special video.
Special, yeah.
Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, your mother is French, your father is Togolese, and there's a really touching track on the album called Happy Birthday, and it's a voice message from your father to you. I'm interested to know, how did your father kind of influence your sound and your love for music?
Yeah, my dad he loves music. Since I was young, I heard so many music. Classical music, country music, jazz and soul and pop music. So it influenced me a lot when I was young. And now to me, his voice represents a lot. And I wanted to make an homage to him. Since he's still alive, I don't want to wait that he died to make it. So
That beautiful homage.
yeah, for me it's important, and maybe this message that he gives is not only for me; it's for everybody. The fact that you have to trust in your destiny, you have to continue your path and trust the process.
Now we're going to move on to some other music news, and festival season is in full swing, so also full of different varieties of music, as you were just mentioning there. Now, one of the biggest dates in the festival calendar is Glastonbury in the UK, and that's taking place this week. The big headliners are British indie band The 1975, American legend Neil Young and his new band, The Chrome Hearts, and pop star Olivia Rodrigo. Now, there are plenty of other acts to see across its 100 stages, and that's for more than 200,000 people who are expected to descend on Somerset in the southwest of England. Now, slightly closer to home here in Paris is La Défense Jazz Festival. Now, the capital's financial district is set to host legends from Herbie Hancock to Angelique Kidjo, as well as some big names at the moment like Sampa the Great and Go-Go Penguin. An act not to miss, I highly recommend checking him out, is French jazz pianist Gauthier Tout. We're going to give you a little bit of a taste of what to expect from his latest single from his upcoming EP. This is Plié or Fold in English. Take a listen. Now, so that was a little taste of what to expect from the La Défense Jazz Festival. Now, Laura, you actually started composing for the piano, like Gauthier Tout, and that was at a very young age. And I believe that some of your first pieces were greatly inspired by the US civil rights movement and the birth of blues and jazz. How so?
Because for me, jazz music, the blues is the roots of music, even gospel. So I used to listen to that music, and to me, it wasn't easy as a mixed girl, yeah. It wasn't easy to identify myself to anybody here in France because there wasn't, people who, maybe Josephine Baker, who has a link with France, but she's not French. But maybe Whitney Houston, maybe Nina Simone, or maybe Billie Holiday looked more like me. So to me, this music touches my soul more because I feel the link between Africa and the fact that maybe they came, their ancestors came to America, and then they tried to explain and tell their story. So when I listen to Billie Holiday, I feel like, wow, it's like I feel exactly the same.
You find yourself through her music.
Yeah.
Now we're running out of time, so we have time for today. I want to thank Lorde Prince for coming in to speak to us about her album, Adjoko. Make sure to get a copy, and also catch her at the New Morning this week, a historic venue to play at, and also on tour around Europe. Now, before we go, enough time to tell you about my album of the week, and that's from New Zealand pop star Lorde. The long-awaited fourth album, Virgin, was actually first teased by her filming of her music video for What Was That in the middle of Washington Square Park in New York, and as you can imagine, it led to large crowds being dispersed by police. Now she's just released a less DIY video for the track Man of the Year, so we'll leave you with that. Now for more arts and culture, you can head to our website or social media. There's more news coming up on France 24 right after this.
Give me like this, let it flow down to me. Love me like this.